Hi, we're Group 11. Our business process takes place at O'Reilly Auto Parts, where we will be showing you our process improvements for checking in inventory and placing it on the shelves.
In the initial process, you see the cart is not as close as it could be, which is due to inconvenient placement of the pallet. The worker does a lot of double handling of the inventory by placing them on the pallet instead of straight into the cart. She also places all the inventory in the basket without sorting the items by section. Instead, she places everything that goes in the aisle altogether. Once she gets to the aisle, you see waste like double handling, transportation, and motion happening. Double handling due to the fact that she has to dig through the basket to determine which items go in that aisle. Transportation due to grabbing items that don't go in the general area as the other item in her hand. Motion and walking across the aisle to put up one single item instead of finishing one side so that she can move on to the next.
We place instructions on how to check in a truck near the computer area, and next to it we have the scissors and scanner that are used in this process. We have outlined where a normal truck pallet should be placed and outlined where the cart for the process will be. The left and right side of aisle 5 is color-coded by each section, and this correlates to the sections inside the cart.
Here we created a planogram that visually displays the left and right side of aisle 5, adding multiple pictures per section and outlining each section associated with the dividers that we created inside the cart.
The worker will place inventory in between each section. If a section needs more room, you can simply pull up the divider and move it front and back and place the peg stick into the pegboard.
We created a small layout of the store. We start with the worker at the pallet in the back and create a path for them to walk to begin putting up the stock in aisle 5. There's a start position, which is the left side of aisle 5. Then they'll make the loop around the aisle to the right side, where they'll finish and head back to the back. In our new process, we are checking in items with the cart closer to the pallet to reduce motion and transportation, as well as sorting the items in the correct sections that correspond to aisle 5. So instead of guessing where the item goes, the planogram reassures the employee of correct placement in the aisle. The next step of the process, we are placing items on the shelves. With the items pre-sorted inside the cart and the shelves sorted by our color coding, this helps the employee reduce the time in figuring out where the item goes. Instead of looking at the entire aisle, they're only looking at the section the item belongs in. If the employee still fails to figure out where the item goes, they can reference the planogram.